Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. That's how we begin worship each week, at least most of the time. Yesterday we explored that one verse, but I didn't explore the psalm of which it is a part. So today, let's read through the rest of Psalm 124, which will add some texture to how we hear the words we say each week as we begin worship. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Tuesday, February 8th, 2022. Psalm 124 is one of a series of psalms known as songs or psalms of ascent. Not ascent as in giving approval, but ascent as going up. These are a group of 15 psalms that seem to be traditional psalms of pilgrims going up to Jerusalem for one or another of the annual festivals. Imagine groups of people traveling together from communities near and far from Jerusalem, and their excitement and their anticipation of reaching Jerusalem. These songs of ascent literally refer to the fact that people went up to Jerusalem, which is in the Judean hills. You can imagine people singing these psalms the way we might sing traditional patriotic songs today. Psalm 124 is typical of these songs of ascent. Like Psalm 122, which we read a week or so ago, Psalm 124 expresses the emotions of the people as they make their way to Jerusalem. Only instead of expressing the joy of making the Jerusalem pilgrimage, like Psalm 122, Psalm 124 expresses the gratitude of the people that God had saved them, rescued them. From what exactly, we do not know. But it hardly matters. It is likely for some event in which God rescued the Israelites from some foreign power, but it could apply equally well to one's personal situation. In either case, it is a song of thanksgiving for God's deliverance from trouble. The psalm reads, "If it had not been the Lord who was on our side," let Israel now say, "if it had not been the Lord who was on our side when the enemies attacked us, then they would have swallowed us up alive when their anger was kindled against us. Then the flood would have swept us away, the torrent would have gone over us. Then over us would have gone the raging waters. Blessed be the Lord who has not given us up as prey to their teeth. We have escaped like a bird from the snare of the fowler. The snare is broken, and we have escaped. Our help is in the name of the Lord, who made heaven and earth." Such a song would have reminded the pilgrims of God's ongoing care for them and for their people as a whole. It would have put them in a frame of mind of gratitude to God for God's providence and mercy. And of course, gratitude is the key to right relationship with God. Gratitude reminds us still that we depend upon God for our well-being in all things. Notice the two images used to describe the danger from which the people have been rescued. The first is the image of a flood. In the ancient world, the sea was regarded as a perilous place. It frequently represented the forces of chaos. In fact, Genesis depicts creation itself as the process of bringing order out of chaos and dry land separated from the primordial waters. To use the imagery of the flood here is to remind the people that the God who brought forth creation is the same God who is Israel's Savior. The second image is the image of a bird escaping from the snare of a fowler. Without shotguns and such in the ancient world, the way one hunted birds was to create a snare to catch birds live. It could be a net or some kind of box, both baited with seed to attract birds before closing the trap and ensnaring them. It was a kind of trap one set ahead of time, waiting for the unexpected creature to enter the danger zone. This imagery would have spoken to the people who knew what it was to be trapped by foreign powers. To be freed from the snarler's snare was to be rescued from danger. In both images, the pilgrims were reminded that the salvation they had was through God, and God alone. Hence, When we reach the final verse, our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth, the point has already been driven home in vivid imagery. It was an excellent way for pilgrims to approach Jerusalem, remembering God's saving acts on their behalf. It remains an excellent way for us today to approach God as we prepare for worship. Now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.